Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disneyland Paris. There are so many parks all around the world that people love, and dare we not forget the Tokyo parks as well, which are run by a company other than Disney and ran much better. But now people are beginning to wonder, what is going on with Disney parks? Why has the quality dropped over the last few years? Who is responsible? And despite the fact that few blame Josh D'Amaro, everybody knows that something is wrong and it needs to be fixed not tomorrow, but today. But can the parks even be saved? All right, folks, welcome back to another video here on the WDW Pro channel. It is a joy to share our time with you. We truly mean it. And one of the things that we truly enjoy as well is going to the Disney parks. They have become such a great part of so many family experiences, great vacations, great memories, people you love going to the rides that you remember. But something has changed over the last years. No, this did not just happen with the pandemic, but rather we have seen a significant decline in the value that the parks give to the customers. When you're a guest of the Walt Disney World Resort or Disneyland, it seems that you get less now than ever before. So what is going on? Beyond just the monetization, where the parks are now demanding that you give them far more money to receive the same things that you received in the past for free, it also seems that the attractions are beginning to stagnate in their quality. Updates are not happening in the order that they should. Granted, we are getting updates to the Haunted Mansion, and that's nice, but in terms of the other rides, well, there are rides that are decades due for being refreshed, redone, or completely rethought. So what is going on with a Disney that is not doing the things they should do to keep you coming through their turnstiles? We turn now to a conversation we had on the Pro Show, especially to the commentary of Lorena Creole, a lady who, if you are not subscribed to her content, you should be. She goes to the parks very, very often, and her thoughts here are important to us. Supposedly, the bright spot is going to be the Disney parks. I'm here to tell you, I have no idea why that's going to be a bright spot, and just as you probably suspect, we have the data. This out of Disney Tourist Blog, a fantastic site that does a great job of tracking information. Let me give a little statement here on the front end of this, though. What we're measuring here is the wait times, the queue times, when you get in line to get on a ride at the Walt Disney World Resort. The problem with this is that in the past, we have seen that it's not very accurate. So in terms of knowing when you get in line, what that posted wait time, and whether it's going to be accurate or not, probably not. Lorena Creole recently did a thing where she got on at Mickey's Runaway Railway at Hollywood Studios, major e-ticket attraction, gets on, the wait time's posted something like 40 minutes. The wait time is actually 20 minutes. So we know that this can be inflated in order to make it seem like the parks are more crowded, not saying that Disney's doing that. However, they would seem to have incentive to do so. Again, not saying that Disney's doing that. So when we look at this graph, folks, what you're seeing right now, just know that this is probably best case scenario for Disney. But take a look at this chart. I want to explain it real quick. What I need you to do is you're going to find well, let's go. Let's call it out. Follow me along on these bars, okay? All right, here's what we're going to go to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth bar from the left, okay? Everybody following that? At the bottom of that, it says May 2022, by virtue of the fact it says 05-2022. Now, here's what we want to look at, okay? Go to the right side. We're following this in months sequentially. Go to the right side. The green bar to the farthest right, that also says 05. That's May. This is 2023, though. Notice the comparison. Notice the difference. In May of last year, wait times at the Walt Disney World Resort, somewhere close to 40 minutes. The wait time this year, 30 minutes. It's not because they're more efficient, folks. It's because the crowds are lower. And then you can take a look that the months after 2022, May, that is, talking about June, July, August, higher than the months that we have now. Of course, August, not yet in the books. We can see right now the early projections for it, but it'll drop as the crowds drop. This, again, coming from Disney Tourist Blog, indicating that at least for the Walt Disney World Resort, given the data that we have in terms of the wait times for rides, folks, there's not a bright side at the parks. Maybe internationally they're going to be saved, but I don't see it happening at the creme de la creme, the crown jewel of the House of Mouse, the Walt Disney World Resort. I want to go to Lorena now. Lorena, You cover the parks in depth, of course. In the meeting yesterday, Iger made special mention of the Chinese parks, which I found very interesting because he got to shout out essentially the system that the CCP has over there. The Chinese parks, their growth in attendance is essentially because they're open again. And so I don't find that to be very tremendous at all. At the same time, the Walt Disney World Resort, which is the crown jewel, the gem of the entire company, its attendance is down. So what do you make of the situation of the parks and what Disney needs to do to redeem perhaps their parks in Orlando?
Well, first of all, they need to do something about their prices. The prices are too high for what you get. There isn't a perceived value. It used to be with Disney, they were priced higher than everyone else, but the value was there. That value is no longer there. You've got major attractions that aren't even open as soon as the park opens. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but there's supposed to be, I guess they installed the Hatbox Ghost in the Haunted Mansion. So it was down for 2 days. It was supposed to open today. It did not open this morning. You
That's going to be
have that
frustrating
going.
for the bloggers who showed up, I'm sure, to ride it.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. And the price of food is up. The quality again is not there the way, the way that it should. You've got Disney pimping Genie Plus. They really need to get rid of Genie Plus. If they jettisoned Genie Plus and went back to, the regular fast pass system that they used to have, that's a step in the right direction. Again, lowering prices is also a step in the right direction, but also increasing what they do with regards to keeping the parks clean and maintenance on the attraction. No one wants to spend $6,000 or so to bring their family to Disney World for a week. And it seems every time they go to the parks, Rise of the Resistance is down, or Tower of Terror is down, or Haunted Mansion is down. We're talking rides that are hardly ever down first thing in the morning. But to tag on to what Michelle said, it's not going to happen overnight, but Disney needs to make some very deliberate actions that bring value back to the consumer.
I've been saying get rid of Genie Plus for some time now. Lines move faster without it. Wait times are inflated on purpose to force buying Genie Plus. Also, this is the first super chat for Paul as well. I think you are absolutely correct, because I believe, Pro, while you were down there, weren't the Genie Plus lines longer than the natural standby lines?
Well, they can be. The real issue with Genie Plus is that it continues to monetize things which were once given for free. And fair enough, right? Disney wants to make money off things, but you can only do that so much before it essentially feels like you're just a pinball in an operation to free every dollar from your wallet that they can. And that's not much of a vacation experience.
And that's just not
I have
fun.
to say, I did last week cancel my D+. I canceled a bunch of subscriptions. They were one of them. Just economics.
And now there's two of us.
All right, folks, that is the end of our discussion about the Disney parks and can they be saved? You might think that's a stretch, but perhaps after listening to this conversation, you realize the same thing that we're coming to realize, and that is that terrible strategy over decades has left the Disney company in a place where it's going to take a very long time and a whole lot of money to fix some of these parks to be up to par to defend themselves against Universal Studios and other up-and-comers like Dollywood. Yes, we're talking about Epcot that has become Walcott, a construction zone where billions of dollars have been spent and very, very little, if anything, has been gained. We're talking about Hollywood Studios, which is a kaleidoscope of properties that seem to have no unifying theme. And even Magic Kingdom now has capacity issues and the inability to keep many of their attractions up and running. It will be fascinating to watch and see what happens with all of these situations. And folks, if you want more content just like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, and when you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Tell us, did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Whether you agree with us or not, we appreciate your thoughts. We covet what's on your mind. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.